So people keep talking about how awesome yesterday's episode of Legend of Korra was. I still haven't quite seen it yet because I've been kind of busy and whatnot. And everyone's just talking about how amazing that episode was. So after I'm done narrating this, I'm probably going to go and watch that right now because holy crap, people just keep talking about what an awesome episode 10 was. And I'm really excited about what's happening there. So that's the thing. Today's also Father's Day, so yeah, it's not nearly as cool as Mother's Day, let's be honest. But it's still a thing to be important, so we're up here at the tower where the champion is. And we're just going to have an OU battle against Green Day's Grace here. And it is, yes, standard and whatnot, and yeah, B-Gamers Marathon still going on, so interesting. So I'm using my same sand team here. My opponent is using a rain team, so we got some weather wars going on here. I do see the Doug trio, so I really don't want to lead with T-Tar. I think with that in mind, so they'll just get trapped and die, so I'm going to lead with Landers, predicting him to lead with Doug trio. Ends up leading off with Rotom, which I found kind of weird. I'm just going to switch out straight off. Not want to take a Hydro Pump and go into my Jellicent as he switches out as well and goes into his Ferrothorn. I'm not sure if he predicted that or not. I'm going to go for the taunt now, knowing that he can't really do much to me other than Power Whip me, which don't do much. After the taunt, I'm just going to go for the Will-O-Wisp and start burning his entire team like a madman. He switches into Rotom. I believe here I'm just going to go back in my Landers, predicting him to go for the Volt Switch. He ends up making a really good play here, and he does predict that and going for the Hydro Pump, but he misses, and that really is going to... I don't even know how much that matters. This match is really long, so it's hard to tell how much that mattered, but it changed the outcome of the game a lot, definitely. I'm going to go for the U-turn here now, just to play it safe, knowing he's going to switch. Ends up going into Ferrothorn, and I'm just going to go back and go into my Terrakion, knowing I could probably take it out with a Close Combat. Life Orb Close Combat should take it out. Go for the Stone Edge, thinking he's going to switch into his Gengar, but he actually stays in, and that's kind of weird, and goes for the Leech Seed. I'm not sure why. And... okay, so he stays in, that's fine. I'm just going to go for the Close Combat now, because I figured he's intent in staying in for some reason. And it doesn't die! Are you kidding me? My jaw was like, are you really? And I actually did a calc on this. This move had an 81.25% chance to kill, and it didn't. I got like complete min damage. And that really angered me, and that makes up for the Hydro Pump miss, in my opinion. Because now this thing is gonna stall me out with Protect and Leech Seed shenanigans, and it's just not going to be a fun experience at this point. My Terrakion's like this slow now because of that one Close Combat not killing. And now he's gonna switch out. I do predict that switch out right here, go for the Stone Edge, and I miss because it's Stone Edge, and yeah, that's just how it works all the time. So I'm going to go into Jellicent now, no one can take any hit. He ends up going for the layer of Toxic Spikes here. I am just going to go for the, I believe, Taunt here to stop him setting up second layer, I believe. Or do I go for the, unless I think I go for the Will-O-Wisp here, predicting a switch like a pro. Yeah, I do. I go for the pro move because I'm just that good at this game, apparently. So yeah, get that thing burned, which is really nice. I believe here I'm just going to stay in and go for the Taunt just to stop him from setting up more Leech Seeds on me. Or I do switch out here. Okay, fine. I don't know this match as well as I thought I did. And I just switch into my Fortress to set up some spikes, I guess. It ends up going for the power up, does absolutely nothing because he's burned up IX4 resistant, and I'm a motherfucking Fortress, like the most physically defensive Pokemon in the game, because I have more HP than Skarmory. So I go for the spikes because I just couldn't do that for free. There's nothing I really fear from this thing. He's going to switch to the Leech Seed, which I found kind of weird. I figured he'd switch because I have the Rapid Spin, and Rapid Spin gets rid of Leech Seed for those of you kids who don't know that. So I can just spin to get rid of all the entry hazards and the Leech Seed anytime I want to. But I'm still figuring the Gengar is going to come in here, so I do predict his switching to Gengar and go for the Gyro Ball like a boss, and yeah, that thing does come in. Unfortunately, it isn't into a KO, which really does suck, and because I'm figuring, because I see the lefties, that it is a sub-disabled Gengar, and my only attacking move to hit it with would be the Gyro Ball, because my other attacking move is Earthquake. There's no real point to me staying in here, so I decided to go into my Landers because I know it'll be faster, and he does set up the sub, which is fine. I can just Stone Edge him before he has a chance to do any more shenanigans on me, then just let him hit me with a Shadow Ball if he wants to. And I get a crit off it, obviously didn't matter, he's gonna go for the Shadow Ball. I know I can take one, and I do, which is what I needed, so yeah. Gonna just go for another just to be safe. I know it'll kill at this range, and I really just want to play it safe. Ends up going on a Politoed, miss another Stone Edge. Well, yeah, Drizzle, yeah, go, now it's raining, whatever. And yeah, I missed another Stone Edge, which is just like, wow, Stone miss. I see, I told you, Stone Edge misses a lot more for me than Focus Blast does. It's crazy. I'm gonna switch into my Tyranitar now just to get this rain away and get my sand up, because why not? I was waiting for him to send in his Politoed before I sent in my T-Tar. Ends up going for the Hypnosis, which is kind of weird because, you know, the Toxic Spikes are up, so I do get normal poison, so that's gonna kind of wither down my Tyranitar survivability and make me and more likely that I'll lose this weather war eventually, so that's gonna kind of suck. Gonna set up my stealth rocks here, so I don't really see any point not to. Then gonna switch into his tentacruel, probably predicting the stealth rocks, but at the same time, I do have my spin blocker in the form of my Jellicent, and tentacruel can literally do nothing to Jellicent, so there's no reason for me not to switch it in here. So I'm just gonna do that. Just gonna switch into my Jellicent, predicting rapid spin, or I switch in. Why am I switching into Fortress? That was so weird. I guess I was predicting him to over predict, but that was kind of unnecessarily risky. I guess I just wanted to get the entry others away as soon as possible. So yeah, I think here I switch into Jellicent though. No, I stay in. Why isn't he not going for the rapid spin? Okay, I feel so flustered that I don't know this match as well as I thought I did. Okay, so yeah, go for the rapid spin. He decides to go for Scald and does absolutely no damage. And now I'm gonna definitely switch into Jellicent because this rapid spin has to be coming eventually. And I think I just may have been predicting him to over predict, but he's gonna set up another layer of Toxic Spike since I just blew away his other two, so now he has one layer again, which is kind of whatever, since Tentacruel isn't that big of a threat. I'm just going to go for the Willow, since that's pretty much the best thing I could do to hurt him and the rest of his team. He's going to switch into Politoed, so I do get that thing burned, so now both of our weathered starters are going to be taking 1/8 of their health, so that kind of evens up the playing field in that regard. He does set up his Drizzle, his Rain again, which will boost the power of my Jellicent Surf, so it's not that big of a deal, and I don't take any Sandstorm damage now, so that kind of more helped my Jellicent specifically, so I'm going to go for the Taunt, I want to say. No, I switch it out into my Arenaclus. Okay, yeah, I know. Yeah, switching to Arenaclus. Not sure why. He ends up switching into Rotom on the same turn. I'm not really fearing too much, so I'm just going to go for the safe Psychic here, I believe, just to hit anything, really. Or I may go for the Focus Blast, half predicting his thing to come in, but I'm pretty sure I just go for the Psychic. Let's see. Psychic? Yeah, just go for Psychic. Switches into Ferrothorn after the Spikes and the Stealth Rocks. It will easily die to a Modest Life Orb Psychic, so that thing's dead. Goes into Tentacruel now. I'm just going to let him spin because I can just kill him off with a Psychic. I don't know why he just went into that thing, just a rapid spin both my entries out of the way, because now his Tentacruel's dead. He can't set up Toxic Spikes anymore, and he can't spin for the rest of the batch, so when I set them up next time, they'll be on for the rest of the match. But at least he has his Sash Dug Trio that can maybe still switch in before I get my entry others up, which I guess is why he did it. So, goes into Gengar now. Don't want to give this thing a free sub, so I'm just going to stay in and keep Psychicking until he decides to kill me with the Shadow Ball. Don't know why he went for the second one there. That was kind of weird. I guess he was still on the prospect that I could switch. I did switch the Shadow Ball there in case he wanted to go for the Disable, but he just subbed again, which again I found really weird. Now he figures he can't disable me, so just gonna go for the Shadow Ball, and it takes me out of that range. I mean, maybe wasn't sure I was gonna take it out, but it does because it's a Gengar and I have no special defense investment. So gonna go into Landorus now. I know I'm faster because I am Scarp. I'm gonna go for the U-turn here. Pretty sure he's gonna switch out, and he does, and he goes into Politoed, so I get some more damage on that too. You know, accentuate this weather war of nonsensicalness, which really doesn't matter that much because weather is not broken at all. In fact, I think the recent usage statistics show that weatherless teams is like 50-something% now, so the most common teams are non-weather now, so suck it, Clear Skies noobs. So, yeah. We both take some poison and burn damage. He's a little lower, so he's going to want to switch out here. I'm going to go into Doug Trio now. I'm just going to set up my rocks to play it safer. Really should have predicted the Doug Trio switch in, but I kind of forgot about it at this point of the game when I was playing, so I was like, crap, I forgot this thing existed. Damn it. I don't know why he didn't switch it in any time earlier, but now my T-Tar is dead, and he's going to win the Weather War, which is kind of sucky, I guess, but at least I lived the Earthquake and able to hit him, able to break his Sash with a nice beam, so doesn't take him out. It wouldn't have killed him anyways because he probably has a Sash, and I'm going to die to a couple of Earthquakes. Live with one there, which is kind of useless since I can't switch out and use it in any way possible, so I die there. Going to go into my Landers now. I'm just going to go for the safe U-turn in case he wants to switch it. He ends up doing just that and going into his Politoed to set up his Rain for the final time and then take a U-turn, and he barely lives, which really doesn't matter because he'll die to burn anyways at the end of the turn, and I'm just going to switch into my Fortress because it's a Fortress, why not? And I get some Lefty's gain on it, and I don't know, I felt like the best thing to switch it in after the Politoed dies, and you're able to send in whatever you want. So, Rain's gonna be out for the rest of the battle, even though this battle's almost over, but whatever. He's gonna go on a Rotom now. Gonna predict him to predict my Jellicent switch and go for the Volt switch. He ends up doing just that, which is awesome for me. So I'm going to be able to get a set layer of spikes. I probably should have went for the Gyro Ball since the majority of his team isn't even hit by spikes anymore. That was kind of a misplay on my part, but I really wasn't thinking. So that really does suck. He is going to go for the reversal here, and that's going to take me out. So I should have went for the gyro because I would have taken out the Dugtrio, but whatever. I'm going to go into my Landorus now. No, will die to a U-turn, a la Wild Chase, and now I'm just going to switch into my last, I believe, which is my Jealous. I still have Terrakion, right? I always forget this thing exists on my team. It's so weird. Yeah, going to Terrakion now. It gets poisoned. I kind of forgot poison. The Toxapex are even there at this point, since the rest of my guys aren't affected by it. I'm going to go into Rotom. I did figure he was Scarfed at this point, and he does show it right here. It goes for the HP, probably Ice, if I were to guess, and the HP Fire on a rain team would be stupid, so HP Ice kills takes me out, but Landorus has naturally faster, so I can outspeed that thing. Go for the U-turn because I don't want Stone Edge to miss, and that thing will die. His last is the Gengar. I'm going to go into my Jellicent now, knowing I could take any hit, and I mean I could take a Shadow Ball and just go for the Surf and take him out. And I know he's not at a range where he can just sub-disable me, so it's pretty much GG from here. Thunderbolt, Shadow Ball is not going to take me out, and a Surf will take out the Gengar, and this narration is done, and I'm going to go watch Legend of Korra episode 10 now, so I can finally see what the fuss is about. That is a good game, Green Day's Grace, and I will see you guys another time for another battle in another time period zone thing. Also watch DSG, because it's awesome, and I've been watching that a lot too, which is the major reason why I've been busy, so bye.